Recording in progress.
Good morning, Chair. The time is 10 o'clock. We do meet a quorum. You can start the meeting, Chair. Thank you.
Yes, good morning, Mr. Kola. Good morning, honorable members. Let me take this opportunity to greet you all. Our meeting today is dealing with two cities, which is the Buffalo City and Mangaung. As the presentation was sent to us, I wish to also extend our greetings to leadership of these two cities, mayors, city managers, your chief whips, and all the administration that is supporting this collective, and also, most importantly, the councillors, but they are falling under the leadership. Our meeting is indeed regulated by the rules of this council, specifically Rule 103, Sub-Rule 21, 22, and 23 are applicable to our meeting. So this is a formal setting of the NCOP. By those few words, honorable members, councillors, and our supporting staff and administration, you're welcome to our meeting. Can we, honorable members, now adopt the agenda? I'll be pleased, Mr. Kola, if the agenda is going to be flighted on the screen for convenience purposes. I know we do have copies in our exposure. Can we adopt the agenda, honorable members?
Chairperson.
Yes, Honorable Mkwela.
A pleasant morning, Chair, and honorable members and councillors and officials. Chair, without wasting time, I rise to adopt the agenda as presented before us, and thank you for affording me the opportunity.
Honorable Sibande, Honorable Briet.
Here, I raise to second.
Thank you very much, Honorable Briet, and good morning to Honorable Sibande. Can we take the apologies, Honorable Sibande? I believe we are also seconding the adoption of the agenda. Can you lead us, Mr. Kola, on the apologies? I know that we have a standing apology of one of our honorable members has been hospitalized, and we pleaded with her just to take it easy. I know fatigue and because it has been a busy year, so she must not put herself under stress. She can just relax and to recover, because next year again is going to be another marathon. So we do accepted that apologies of honorable. It's honorable to places, ne? If I'm correct.
It's Honorable Adriansa, Chair.
I'm sorry, Honorable Adriansa, yes. is her outstanding her apologies. Have been adopted. So hopefully she's recovering well. Can we let us, Mr. Kula, on the apologies?
Chair, we've also got an apology from the minister. He's currently attending the PC, the Portfolio Committee on Sports, Chair. Also, the acting DG, Mr. Israel Mahwape, he's also attending to the Portfolio Committee on Sport. We do have the Deputy Minister in our meeting, Chair. Thank you, Chair. Those are the apologies.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mr. Kula. Honorable Deputy Minister, you are also welcomed in our midst. We appreciate indeed that you are always amongst our midst. Whenever there is a call, there's a committee, we do not take it light here. We know we have a busy schedule, but you are always amongst us. Thank you very much with regard to that. Mr. Kula, Mr. Mukwele, I see that there is the hand. I think you are adopting the apologies.
No, for sure, Chair. I rise to adopt the apology. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kula. I've highlighted her apology. I've also saw her in our midst, but I couldn't keep quiet with regard because it's with her health. I know I've been communicating with the Honorable Du Plessis around her performance in her recovery performance in hospital. We appreciate her, but consistently we do not want to push, too hard each other so that we can be again here next year and also to the end of the 7th administration. So it was an acknowledgement. Thank you very much, Honorable Finis. Honorable Deputy Minister, we will give you the platform for the remarks before for presentation. Before the presentations I have made, can I allow you to do so? Thank you very much.
Am I audible, Chair?
Yes.
No, thank you very much for the opportunity. Just to say that it has been a long course with challenges, and of course that the select committee couldn't fail to resolve a very busy year of the GNU, new experiences as well, and appreciating that, Chair, you've been able to incorporate local government into the agenda of national government. We've seen how you have made Johannesburg and Tshwane to account before the portfolio committee, and after your before the select committee, and after your intervention, we are seeing progress. There's a lot of work that has been done to improve the facilities, of course, jointly working with DSEC. So we appreciate that you've extended the opportunity to the Buffalo's city municipality and the other municipality, and the officials that are here from local government. They should not feel like they are here for a kangaroo court. Whatever that is going to be discussed here, take it in a good spirit, and surely it will improve the services related to sports, arts and culture in your municipalities. So I thought I should just say that thank you very much for the opportunity, and I wish the select committee a successful deliberations during this time of the season when everybody is busy on a Tuesday morning. And yes, Chair, maybe I should just pause there and wait for the presentation. I can come later with your permission, Chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, TM. Before I allow the presentations, I want to highlight it at DM that so far, each and every city that we have managed to go to, at least we are correct when we're saying that there is a serious improvement. But we must also highlight that after this presentation, what we are doing, we'll go for an oversight to ensure that service delivery is in equilibrium with what has been presented to us. We were in Nelson Mandela. We discovered, some serious issues there that we believe we'll have to go back there again in order to assist. So, your presence in our midst, DM and also the minister is assisting in ensuring that our oversight mandate is not only here but becomes a reality, and also we're making the work of local government at the same time to be much more, little bit easier, through your interventions. Thank you very much indeed. I will allow, I think it's a city of Buffalo City. Can I allow it? Thank you.
Good morning, Chairperson. I think we'll just. Good morning, Chairperson and honorable members of the platform, to the Deputy Minister, to my colleague Efram Mangaung, the City Manager of Buffalo City. Chair, let us appreciate this opportunity that we have been given as a city to come before the Portfolio Committee and give the state of our sports facilities, including our swimming pools in the city, Chair. We appreciate that, Chairperson. As you know, Chairperson and honorable members, that Buffalo City is a mega city of boxing. We're the home of Mercedes-Benz. What brings our people together? It's sport in the city. Honorable Chair, when I came in 2023, I must say to the Portfolio Committee that our state of sports facilities were not in a good standard. But as Deputy Minister is alluding to say that there's been some improvement in terms of us maintaining and our sports facilities being functioning. One of our sport area, which is Orient Theatre, which Minister assisted us to revamp. Most of our boxing tournaments are played in that facility. We've got Absa Stadium, which was listed by the city.
Sorry, Honorable Mayor.
Yes, Chair.
I'm not trying to interrupt, but I know I'm struggling, man, with my gadget here. That is why I cannot show my face. But just to introduce yourself, and then we can see your face, Honorable Mayor, because that's part of establishing our relations. Must also know each other so that don't pass each other, And yeah, thank you very much. I will give you an opportunity to do so. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor.
Thank you so much, Chairperson. Can you see me, Chair, now? My camera is on from my side.
See you. We can see you.
Yes. Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. My apologies that I did not switch on the camera. As I was saying, Chair, the conditions of our sports facilities were not that good, some of them, when I came in 2023, but we have tried to maintain most of them, especially for sports facilities which are functional, but not of 100% of best quality. We just recently also been assisted by the Minister to fix Orient Theatre with one of the biggest swimming pools in the city, which is the John Harris swimming pool, which the world took polo was played in that swimming pool. So there's the Tanzania swimming pool that has been a special scope of visiting Buffalo City, Honorable Chair. Currently, as Buffalo City, we have terminated the contract with the consulting, which is legal, is dealing with that. We have set aside budget as the municipality for that. Once all the legal processes are concluded, the city should start revamping that swimming pool. but all of our other swimming pools are functioning. We have also built new ones in our resorts. So currently, Chair, I must say that it is not the best, but at least it is conducive for people to able to use our sports facilities. Of course, Chair, if you look at the grants that we're receiving from government, none of them are actually specific in dealing with this. So we have to use our own grants, our own funding as the municipality in dealing with grants. So, but city manager will then come in, Chair, to do the presentation, and then we will respond as we are going up. As the municipality, also, Honorable Chairperson, we have now improved also in our revenue. So we will start now investing more in our facilities. We're trying to stabilize other issues that were more urgent as we're moving forward. But I must say, Chair, at least now we're starting to maintain our facilities as Buffalo City. They are conducive for our people to pay, but we would want to see world standard when it comes to this facility. Through you, Chairperson, if you can allow me for city manager to come in and do the presentation. Siyabulela, Sir.
Siyabulela kakhulu, Mayor. Siyabulela kakhulu.
Greetings, Honorable Chair, and greetings to all honorable members. Greetings to the Honorable Deputy Minister on the platform, and also greeting to the DG, as well as the colleagues on the platform. Thank you very much for affording me the opportunity to present on behalf of Buffalo City. I'm trying to show my camera. I'm not sure if I'm visible. Thank you. The presentation for Buffalo City has been guided by the question that we received. And Chairperson, if there are areas that we might not have covered due to the our understanding of the questions, we're able to supplement the information and provide to the committee as comprehensively as it will be required. The first question that we had to deal with deals with the number of sports facilities or stadiums that our municipality is responsible for. The sport facility division has got a total number of 132 sporting facilities. These facilities include formal and informal facilities. The 74 formal facilities are those that are tariff levying, which include complexes and stadia, with change rooms and ablution in most cases. The 59 informal facilities are non-tariff levying and consist of a more basic infrastructure, such as goalpost and grassing. These facilities cater for sporting codes like cricket, soccer, rugby, tennis, hockey, athletics, netball, tennis table, and softball. They are used by local associations, provincial, national sport federations, and schools. They cater for events like music concerts, rallies. Some of the major sports stadia are the Sisa Dugashe Stadium, which can host Premier Soccer League matches due to meeting the standards. Selborne Park Tennis Stadium is the home for tennis in the region, the Buffalo Flats and Premier Clubs cricket, as well as the provincial cricket. The list of facilities we have listed the sport facilities, which are club, Old Selborne, Border Cricket, Beacon Bay Country Club, Buffs Club, East London Golf Club, NU13 Sport Field, N1 Sport Field. How many of these sport fields facilities are currently functional? 74 of the sport fields and stadiums are functional and are maintained by the sport facility staff? And how many of the sport facilities are currently functional and reasons thereof? Not functional and reason thereof. None of the sport facilities are not functional. We show the grounds in terms of pictures. This is a Bisho ground stadium. And the next one is also the Bisho stadium. On the next slide, we show the Sisat Dugashe Stadium, which is a functional stadium as well. The next slide also is showing the Sisat Dugashe Stadium. The next slide is showing the Ginsberg Sport Field and the ablution facilities for the Ginsberg Sports Stadium. The next slide is the Zwelicha Stadium, the fields. And this is also the Zwelicha Stadium. The next slide. The next question is how many sport facilities are currently under construction or renovations, as well as project timelines? In addition, how many projects are delayed in terms of completion? Sport facility section has managed to upgrade the following facilities in the 2024-2025 financial year. Sports plant and equipment, tractors and bush cutters were procured. The project was completed on the 30th of June 2025 with no challenges. We've the upgrading of sport fields, the upgrading of the Gompo Stadium. It involved the upgrading of the flooding lights. The project was completed on the 5th of March 2025 with no challenges. It included supply and delivery of portable stands. The project was completed on the 20th February 2025 with no challenges. Project delays, the upgrading of Sisat Dugashe Stadium grandstand. The project of the upgrading of the Sisat Dugashe Stadium grandstand could not be completed as the contractor did not show due diligence in doing their work. The contractor was terminated and the matter is being handled by the legal department of the municipality. The remaining funds were transferred and the vote name was changed to sport plant and equipment and the funds used to procure sport equipment. How much budget was allocated by the municipality and under Urban Settlement Development Grant for the maintenance of sports infrastructure for 2023-2024 as well as 2024-2025 financial year, and the breakdown of where the funds were used. Sports facilities has no allocation by the municipality under Urban Settlement Development Grant for the reason that the executive mayor has indicated, unlike in the MIG, where it is expressly clear in the grant allocation that a percentage, which is 5%, could be used for sport facilities. Under this grant, there is no clarity, but as the executive mayor has indicated, the municipality is using its own fund to finance the maintenance of these facilities. Budget allocated by the municipality in 2024 for community sport participation activities and the breakdown of what the funds were used for. Rugby coaching course, netball coaching course, the basket coaching course, cricket coaching course. We have also assisted Dr. A Stars soccer team, attended soccer playoffs in the Grahamstown transport. It included transport and accommodation. On swimming pools, the number of public swimming pools your municipality is responsible for, we are responsible for 6 swimming pools. How many of these public pools are currently functional and used daily? Only 4 are functional and used daily, and they are Orient Swimming Pool, Ruth Belansky Swimming Pool, Queen Williamstown Swimming Pool, and Zwelicha Swimming Pool. And these are the pictures of the functional swimming pool. The first one on the slide is the Orient Swimming Pool. The middle one is John Harrison Pool, and the Last one is Ruth Pelonsky swimming pool. On the next slide, part of the functional swimming pools is King Williamstown swimming pool picture and the Zwelicha swimming pool. How many of the public pools are currently not functional and used daily? NU2 Tanzania swimming pool is not functional. The project is still in progress. John Harrison, consisting of the Fice pool in our complex, but only the water pool section are not functional due to it collapsing. The department is awaiting for the award to fix the swimming pool. The Tanzania swimming pool is not functional, and here are the pictures that are shown. The explanation there is that the municipality is currently in the process of terminating the consulting company, and we are working on appointing a contractor. Once a consultant has been terminated, appoint a contractor to complete the work for the NU2 swimming pool chairperson. Thank you very much. That's our presentation.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yawa, and we also appreciate the presentation that you made on behalf of the city of Buffalo City. Can we, because what we are going to do, Honorable Mayor, we are going to allow Mangaung, and then we'll come back later for engagements, questions, and discussions on both presentations when they are made. Can we allow, if there are no additions to the presentation, can we allow now the city of Mangaung, Honorable Mayor, and the collective that we are here with? Thank you very much. My apologies, my gadget does not allow me. I don't know. I'm alone where I am, so it's difficult for me to win this battle that I'm trying to fight here. With my gadget, I'm struggling. Yes, you can proceed, Honorable Mayor. You take over the floor. Is Mangaung with us?
Chairperson, I'm not recognizing any of the names as somebody from Mangaung, so maybe the committee staff can just confirm.
Yes. Mr. Kula, can you assist us, please?
Yes, Chair. I think there are people from the Mangaung municipality. I see Mr. Tamsanga and Mr. Selo. So if they could talk.
Thanks very much, Chair. Good morning, honorable members. We've been struggling to enter, including the executive mayor. My name is Lomura, I'm the city manager, so we are trying to help the executive mayor and the MMC also to join.
Please, will you assist the leadership, because you can't lead the leadership. The leadership must lead you.
Indeed, my leader.
Yes, Honorable Siluk. Will you do that, Honorable?
We are trying to help them now. Yes, with time. Time is my PA.
Yeah, I'm also struggling here, but at least I'm here.
Nithuswa yini ekuseni akunalutho manje asikhulumeni.
You are not Honorable Mayor. You are We are waiting for the mayor of Mangaung. Why it's Mangaung, Honorable Sibande.
Good day. I've been struggling to go through together with my officials, but thank you for letting us in now. Chairperson, I heard when I come in, you say you are waiting for the mayor of Mangaung. Ntate Gregory Ntatisi. I'm online, Chairperson. This is me. Thank you.
Yes, the floor is yours, Honorable Mayor. We're just waiting for you. Just introduce yourself, and then you lead your delegation on the presentation. Thank you very much. Just
Thank
introduce yourself, just to see you.
Oh, I see. Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me check if is my face showing.
Yes, we are clear. You are clear, leadership. Thank you very much.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. No, Chairperson, thank you very much. In the meeting, my name is Gregory Ntatisi, the Executive Mayor of Mangaung. In the meeting, I should be with the city manager, with the HOD Tinder, and our CFO, but who was at the police station in court. I want to believe that she should be out, but in the event she's not, the city manager will be able to take the committee forward. We are here, Chairperson, to respond to our invite, and I don't know whether because I'm trying to look at the list of those that are here, Chairperson, and I can't see some of our officials in, and the reason is that we have all been struggling to go through.
Chairperson.
You can just highlight those that are going to be assisting in terms of the presentation. It's not a problem. Don't introduce all of them. Just the one that is going to, perhaps Silo will be relevant in the assistance.
Chairperson, let me come up with something. I wanted to propose something from your permission, Chairperson. Chairperson, there is a person who's supposed to name his or her gadget. It's written 841 5664745. We don't know whether the person is from South Africa or outside of the country. Let the person correct he or her gadget.
It's not you, Mayor. I see that this is above.
My name is there. Is
okay? It's removed. No, it's removed.
Mine is there. Mine is Gregory. It's actually written Commissar Gregory.
No, it's clear, Commissar. You can proceed. Sorry for that. No, you can proceed. I just wanted to check that. No, I think it's removed.
Yeah, Chairperson, if I may, through you, request to check if our city manager is in here, because he's the one that must lead the pack in terms of presentation, and then he will be supported by Ntate Tinda and the CFO. And if we could perhaps then accord him the opportunity to do so, unless if they are still also in that state of struggling to come through, like I did. We left the meeting at 9:30 to make sure that we honor this meeting. We're a bit disappointed to realize that we could not come in as we had anticipated to do so. But allow me, Chairperson, to invite the city manager and ask him to address the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor. You can do so.
No. Thanks, Executive Mayor, and let me just thank the chairperson and honorable members of the Select Committee. I will be making a presentation. I've asked HOD Tinder. My name is Lomore. I'm the city manager. Maybe just to show face. I'm the city manager of Mangaung, but I'll be making a presentation working together with the HOD responsible for sports. He will be flighting it, then I'll be talking to it. Thanks very much. HOD Tinder, if you can just load the presentation then. We are responding to questions as raised, Chair, but we are open to answer any other question in that regard. Thanks. HOD Tinder, please load the presentation.
Him, Mr. Aikula, you can assist him if he's struggling, the one that you are having, and then he can relate to that one.
Okay, thanks. I will really appreciate him.
Will you do that, Mr. Kula? Can you
Chair,
fly?
I'll do that now.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks very much. If you can kindly put it in a slide mode. Now, thanks very much. If I may just start with the overview, I must just state that our sports facilities are not really in a good phase. We are also interfacing with the relevant sports federations. We just held a meeting last week with them just to check the status of where they are. Let me check. It's still not yet in a slide mode. If we can just have it in a slide mode, Chair.
Chairperson, maybe I can assist the presenter. He was clicking on the one that shows the fall. He needs to move two to the right to where it looks like a drop-down presentation, and then he can show us there. So yes, there where at the bottom right, where there's 4 blockies that is currently in grey, 2 buttons on from that is where he can present it, if that assists.
Yes, we're assisting you, Mr. Silone. I hope
thanks very much.
the Honorable Priet is trying so hard to ensure that you assisted. Thank you very much, Honorable Priet.
Okay, if you can kindly go to the previous, let's start here. Yeah, we can go to the next slide then. Okay, so reflected, we will be doing a presentation on current status of sport facilities, stadia and swimming pools within Mangaung. And the focus, of course, is on management, maintenance challenges, budget, risks, and recommendations. We can go to the next slide, please. Okay, in terms of the questions, I think our focus is in terms of the questions as raised. We've got about 45 facilities as a municipality. We've got 5 that are managed by federations, the big federations, and we've got about 23 that are managed under sports club scheme, which are not really well maintained. We've got about 17 which are managed by the municipality, which are poorly maintained because of various reasons, mainly the budget. We can go to the next slide, please. So in terms of management and maintenance context, facilities fall under community services. The HOD is here as part of the meeting, and the MMC. And operations affected by financial and resource constraints. Remember, we are still under Section 139, and let me just put it straight that when we interface with Treasury, that's the last thing, the issue of facilities and sports generally. They will tell you that focus first on services as a city. Don't put too much into these other issues. Next slide, please. Okay, one of the key issues that we reflect, which has been part of the operations of the municipality, We've got a centralized maintenance budget, which I think we are going to unbundle to allow the departments to deal with their own maintenance. There is always events of security breaches and vandalism. People steal almost everything in Mangaung. When you just repaired the facility, be it a swimming pool, be it the stadium, there is a likelihood that they will steal that. There are challenges of limited tools of trade, which are reflected because of constraints of Section 139, but also the broader budgetary challenges for the city. Human resource constraints, which we are currently addressing, but we are addressing mainly for the key departments, but we are also now looking into issues of sports. The issues in relation to interdepartmental dependencies are reflected that we have got a centralized maintenance budget, but in order to run facilities, you also need to the services of other departments, your safety, the budget office, and a whole lot. So we don't really have a specific program to address issues in relation to sports matters. So we are piggybacking from the various departments in order to address challenges that we are faced with. Next slide, please. So this is just a pictorial depiction of the sports facilities that we have as a city. So the question was, how many of the sports facilities and public pools are currently functional and used daily? So majority of them are actually functional. They may not be in a peak condition, but they are functional. So the next question was, how many sports facilities are currently not functional? We've got 3 swimming pools that are functional, and we've got 1 outdoor sports center. Next slide, please. Non-functional facilities, Bosabelo Pool is aged and vandalized. So like I've said, everything is stolen. So we have to put in a lot of resources in terms of security. The Tabanchu Pool, structural damage. Arthur Nathan Pool, structural failure, it requires lots of resources. We are even thinking as the city that because we've got a limited budget, that we direct the budget that we initially put for Arthur Nathan to the smaller pools such as Bosabelo and Tabancho, and then budget proper for Arthur Nathan because it requires a lot of funding. Then we've got Bosabelo Outdoor Center. It's been vandalized. Every time you try and repair, there is vandalism. People steal, they will steal the fence, they will steal roofing, they will steal everything that has to do with that. Next slide, please. Then project status, how many sports facilities are currently under constructions or renovations? The Arthur Nathan, like I've said, it requires a lot of resources. It's currently under planning phase. What is allocated is about 5 million, but what is required is about 80 million. So we are saying as the city that we may need to look for funds for Arthur Nathan because the 5 million is totally insufficient. So we've got no other capital projects in 2024-25 because of the focus on other major sports in code and other service delivery issues. Next slide, please. So the question is how much budget was allocated by municipality and under urban settlement development grant for the maintenance of sports facilities 23-24 and 24-25. So for 23-24 is USDG is about 5 million. So for 2025 it's mainly own funding and under review. So there is no dedicated maintenance budget. I think the main thing that we also found, Chair, is that most of these facilities were actually ran by the private sector. We are currently doing that audit because some of them we can say that they've been in the hands of private sector historically, and we are not really getting any value out of this facility. So we are doing that audit to check if we are getting what we are supposed to get. and if we cannot direct whatever we are getting from these facilities to funding the repairs of these facilities. Next slide, please. Okay, the budget allocated by the municipality for 2024-25 for community sports participation activities and breakdown of where the funds were used. So for community sport allocation for 24-25 is just 97,614, which is 0.01% of municipal budget. So no structured programs implemented. Next slide, please. So this is the budget that the department has submitted. Tools of trade, which is about 7.5 million. Equipment priorities, which is about 1.2 million. Programs, which is about 2 million. And other equipment at around 320,000. So it's a total of around 10,547,804. Next slide, please. So the key risks remains the issues that we also touched on as challenges, the issues in relation to maintenance delays. I must just say that our budget is actually not growing as the city because of various reasons. Therefore, when we put resources into maintenance, security, it becomes difficult also to say that that budget will be sustainable. We've got an aging workforce, lack of tools, and also I think what we are dedicating as a city to sport is a bit lower, taking consideration of various other priorities. Next slide. So we are going to dedicate maintenance budget for sports, facility rehabilitation where there is much dilapidation. We are going to improve security, but we said instead of focusing just only on physical security, we may as well look at technologies to improve the security. If we have dedicated a lot of resources as the city to security issues. So we said, let's look at technologies and see how we can improve. Issues of staff recruitment and training. Yesterday we had discussions with the HOD. Amongst other things, the issue of our pools, we don't have sufficient resources to deal with issues of lifeguards. So we are talking about how we can match the private sector, in particular in terms of recruitment, tools, service level implementation across all sporting fields, and therefore also increasing program funding for sports. Next slide, please. We do face infrastructure and capacity challenges broadly, not just sports share, and therefore sometimes we have to make that determination. I think you know that there is a lot of deterioration that happened in Mangaung over the years. So the ones that we have given to federations, we do encourage that they should be well managed. We're discussing possibilities of maybe appointing a management company that will deal with the sports facilities, because it does not look like in the near future we can be able to deal with dilapidation of sports facilities. Thank you, Chair. HOD Tinder, I don't know if you would want to add anything in terms of what I've reflected.
I'm covered, CM. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Chairperson. Thanks. Thanks.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor, Honorable Commissar, and then the team that you are with. However, there is still this number. I think it's part of your delegation, maybe in for future references, just to have your someone's name rather than to have number, because we do not want to have numbers rather than to have names, so that you know who attended the meeting for obvious reasons, for purposes of references. Indeed, it's important to do that. However, we are going to interact with both of these two presentations that have been made. I can see that the honorable members are ready for their engagements. You will be explicit, honorable member, when we are dealing with Buffalo City and also when we are dealing with Mangaung, so that the question can be directed to a particular city and the response can be direct also. Cannot be a generic or general report. Thank you very much. DM will give you at a later stage, as you requested. We didn't forget your request. Perhaps you will make a summation after we've dealt with everything. Thank you very much. Honorable Briet, Honorable Duplessis, Honorable Zibande, Honorable Mhlongo, who else that I'm leaving behind? Honorable Machobeni, Honorable Mukwele, in that order, honorable members. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Chairperson. Just proof of life. If it is okay, may I please switch off my video? I have very bad bandwidth here in Parliament.
Thank you very much, Honorable Briet.
Thank you, Chairperson. Buffalo City can have a sigh of relief. I have nothing for them. My focus will be exclusively on Mangaung Metro. Chairperson, and you will have to stop me if I ask too long, because I can have a whole afternoon, the whole rest of the morning and this afternoon on this. Chairperson, let me maybe in terms of protocol add and agree with you that it be necessary that our gadgets be correctly named. I also understand the Honourable Mayor Ntatisi, but I do find it quite inappropriate to be called Commissar Gregory Ntatisi on a parliamentary platform where you are the mayor of Mangaung. So I would just like to add that included into just not numbers. But Chairperson, let me maybe start firstly and say this was a very broad overview. And I know usually we thank presenters for their presentations, but really, Chairperson, in Afrikaans, you say dit laat veel te wense. This really is insufficient, and I am afraid that we will need to get more. I want to propose, Chairperson, that we receive a detailed report on the status of all of the sports facilities and not just this broad overview of what the status is of that. Because, Chairperson, for example, I can tell you the pictures of the Arthur Nathan swimming pool that are on page 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, on page 6. I don't know when last the Honourable HOD was there last, but I was there about 3 weeks ago with another select committee. They stayed opposite the Arthur Nathan, and it does not look like this. You actually have school children walking in there and selling drugs, and buying drugs, and it really has become an absolute shocker. That what also shocks me and dismays me is, Chairperson, that every year we do still Mangaung Metro still budgets for entrance fees of Arthur Nathan, and I have this year been in, this is my 21st year in Mangaung, and I have been there for 21 years, and I have not been able to go into Arthur Nathan swimming pool in the 21 years I have been staying there. So, yes, the presenter is well correct when he says it will not only take 5 million to actually update that Arthur Nathan swimming pool. Chairperson, I want clarity. The presenter said that because of Section 139, the municipality does not have money to spend on sports facilities. Now, I want to ask him to clarify this to me, because how is there a constraint on money if the Section 139 administration or intervention in Mangaung is specifically, it includes, or it is specifically regarding finances and has to do with a financial recovery plan and looks at how to adequately distribute funds to municipal activities. So how come Section 139 is now the reason why we cannot budget for our sports stadia? Chairperson, then frankly, I want to also ask, the presenter in slide 3 says that private facilities are well maintained, or managed under federations, and the sports club scene are well maintained. Yet, when speaking about key challenges, and it was specifically with regards to breaches and vandalism, the presenter said facilities that are under private control need upgrades because these private these facilities, or these private owners, can I call them that, be it sports schemes or then federations, are not upgrading their facilities and are expecting the municipality to do that. I want to know which facilities are these, and what are they expecting of the municipality, and what are the contracts, and then can we receive these contracts with these sporting facilities, because that does not make sense to me. On the one side, you say they're well maintained, but on the other side, you say they're not well maintained. So please just clarify yourself on that. Then I want to know, why is the budget not growing in Mangaung? As we see, Mangaung is growing every day. I mean, you just travel between Mangaung, you going out the N8, Tabanchu, Botshabelo, there to going to Ladybrand, and you just see new houses and new developments. I mean, Race Park and everything. So why is it not there? And Chairperson, in terms of recommendations, on the third to last page, it says that there will be dedicated maintenance budget. But prior to that, with key risks, the presenter said that there is not a dedicated maintenance budget. So are we having a dedicated maintenance budget, or are we not having a dedicated maintenance budget? And then also, what is that maintenance budget? The recommendation says that we need facility rehabilitation. Which facilities will be upgraded? Because according to the presentation, only 5 million rand will be spent on only Arthur Nathan, which is in the planning phase. So I want to know, you have mentioned that Botshabelo Pool, Tabanchu Pool, and Botshabelo Outdoor Center has been vandalized and has structural damage and needs upgrade. So are they not implemented for this year? Are they in a plan? Can we get those timeframes? When will that be? Chairperson, and then I want to link with the improved security recommendation. Was it last week we had Provincial Week, where the Honourable Mayor and his team came and presented to the Provincial Free State delegation with regards to smart cities and the whole network of improving security in the municipality, and how they are going to do that. I want to know, speaking to that presentation in terms of the smart city development and the improved security at our sporting facilities, how will these two be interlinked? There is budget for the smart city, let's call it revitalization as a lack of a better word, but how will these sport facilities be included in that? And can we see what improvements will be made in terms of these things? And Chairperson, then maybe I can go on about all of the rest, but maybe there, but with one last question. The Free State Sports Stadium, I saw, and I don't know if it was this presentation or it was in a previous presentation, they wanted the municipality plans on upgrading the precinct of the Free State Toyota Stadium, which is just behind in Atwarak Street in Loch Logan waterfront. But the Free State Sports Stadium is also there, which used to be a world-class sports stadium where our athletes could participate, where we could host international events. But since the beginning of the year, this sports stadium in Mangaung has lost its accreditation and cannot be recognized as a internationally, authorized sports stadium anymore, which means that the South African and African record in athletics that was reached at the sports stadium, I think it was 2 weeks ago, by a girl whose name is also now escaping me. The fact of the matter is this will not be recognized anymore, or this is not going to be recognized, even though she broke a record, because the Free State Stadium is not recognized anymore and has lost its stature. What is the municipality going to do? Because it may be a provincial sports stadium. I am unclear as to that. But the fact of the matter, it is in Mangaung, and we have a stagnating budget. We want to get people there, and how we get people there is we host events there. And if we can't host events there that are nationally and internationally recognized and have our sporting stars, multiple of our sporting stars have left the Free State because they cannot participate in sporting events at the Free State Stadium or at any other stadium in Mangaung because we are not correctly accredited, Chairperson. So I would please like them to speak to that, and I will stand my questions there. Thank you so much.
In that order, honorable members, Honorable Kenneth and Honorable Phineas were also noted.
Thank you very much, Chair. Just quick videos to see that it is in fact me. Chair, thank you for this, and thank you for continuing pushing this specific issue, because it's such an important issue for our various cities and our residents. My first question with regards for Buffalo City is, there is a reference to termination of contracts. I'd like to find out if there is any progress on recovering of funds within these termination of contracts if the contractors underperformed. Then with regards to reporting that there are no issues or that there are no sports facilities that are not functional, I would like to find out then in the dispatch in 2023-24, it was reported that Cambridge Sports Club, Buffalo Flat Sports Facilities, United Cricket Clubhouse, Bunkers Hill, Ginsburg, Victoria Grounds, and then Bowling Club and the Cricket Club of the Buffalo Flats, and the city's Victoria Grounds. All of those were reported to be non-functional. So I'm not sure why the city is reporting that they are suddenly functional a few months after being reported not to be functional. I would also then like to find out why swimming pools are not classified under sports grounds as they should be in Buffalo City, because there are issues with regards to the swimming pools as well, as reported both in the slides as well as in the media. Then there is no reported vandalism in Buffalo City, so I'd like to find out why there's no engagement on that. And it's a little bit concerning because it is an issue throughout the country, and we would like to know through you, Chair, why it is not reported. I'm not going to go into detail in Mangaung, but I'd like to find out about maintenance plans, because obviously quite a lot of money has been budgeted for maintenance, and where did that money go? Then we are starting to look into in Gauteng, where contractors are responsible for any vandalism and the replacement thereof, so that public money is used for what it needs to be used for, which is service delivery within the various departments, and that public money is not misappropriated or misdirected. So I'd like to find out what are the plans for Mangaung to ensure a decrease or to ensure safety, because we have heard various metros reporting on a solution-driven attitude with regards to vandalism, and I'm just concerned that there is not a solution-driven outlook in Mangaung with regards to these things. Thank you very much, Chair.
Thank you.
The following one is Mr. Sibande.
Oh, okay.
Chairperson, am I
Recording
audible?
stopped.
Yes, you can proceed, Honorable Sibande.
Okay, thank you. Chairperson, I wanted maybe to thank both presentations, but
Recording
nevertheless,
in
we
progress.
must get exactly so that we can be able in the position to assist them. I'll start with Buffalo City. Buffalo City, you see, Chairperson, I was listening tentatively so that we can be able to check how are we going to intervene and assist them. But there was a contradictions which I've noted in terms of their reporting order. They were saying altogether they've got 132 sporting facilities, and then 74 they are formal, 59 non-tariffs levies. But when it goes on, they said only 74 which is functional. And also they said none which is not functional. I don't know whether I'm correct or wrong. If they can clarify on that one, because if you minus the 74 from the 132, it gives you something. And I can't understand why it's not a functional then. And then also in Satugashe grandstand, they've said the contract was terminated. But I wanted you to find out whether it's any money which was used, and if any, how much was it? Why was it used? Because it means that this contract paid this money to whatever to assist them. I wanted to find out what steps have been taken in order to discipline that particular contractor, because that's what we wanted to correct, because some of the contractors, they know very well that they do this and the opposite, they do this. Chairperson, I'm concerned also, before I continue, the very same gadget with 84156647452 is back again. They've deleted it, but it's back again. I don't know whether that person is with us or not. All right, let me continue with but I'm concerned, sometimes to participate whereby we are not sure about some particular people. All right, let me go on. With the swimming pool issue at NU2, they said it's not functioning. And they were intended to terminate the construction. If we can take it on board that what can be the reason and what steps have been taken. And for how long was it? Because another weakness which is happening in the municipalities, when they do their assessments and that it is perfect, correct, they see that this one is not functional, but they leave them for some period, operating, getting money while the thing is not working. And then also, they've reported about the issue of 90, okay, let me go to Mangaung then. The first one was dedicated to Buffalo City. And then in Mangaung, Chairperson, if they take us, maybe, because I'm a little bit concerned, time and again, they raise the issue of security breaches and the vandalism. I wanted you to find out what are any people being arrested, any case. Because to say vandalism, but you're doing nothing, that is very, very dubious to me. And then also, with their slide number 6, where they are requesting for funds, here is a technicality of that one. Approximately altogether, they request for about altogether 10 million, whatever. Paying what? Because they indicated that what is stressing them is Section 139. When they ask something, they are being told by Section 139. But now they need money to do what? You see? And then to bind them both of them, the Mangaung and the Buffalo City, I need clarity on the following ones before I cut myself. Is that somewhere the municipality faces infrastructure and capacity challenges, but does not specifically mention exactly what they want, in particular in Mangaung. I wanted to find out steps to be taken to ensure public funds are made accessible to the to the metro and also to the people, because what I'm concerned of, some of these monies which they are requesting, when you check, they don't cover in the townships where it's supposed to go. And then also I wanted to find out this one. What specific sports program, like for an example, like a swimming, which is being implemented, like to teach people how to swim, and how is those programs being are this monitored to ensure that they reach the grassroots level in schools and communities? Because my worry is one. Most of the municipalities, they're asking huge money, but when you go on the ground, remember we took an oversight in the very same Eastern Cape, whereby we discovered a lot of things are not happening. So let them convince us on that, in that regard. And then also, what measures are being implemented to support and accommodate a broader range of sports codes beyond mainstream ones like soccer, netball? I can put a lot of sports, which are happening. Remember, I can't remember the era in where I was frustrated. Chairperson, if you can remind us, there is a place there in Eastern Cape where we found that next to the sports ground where the kids are playing rugby and cricket, there is a spilling of sewer there, continuously so. So I wanted to find out if they can assist us in that regard, in particular in township areas and the like. And then lastly, I said both, if they can take us on board about the integrated planning, IDP and the budget processes to ensure alignment with communities' needs and priorities. Thank you, Chairperson. I'll put it there. But Chairperson, lastly, let me leave it that one because I wanted to come, but please secure us with that number. This person doesn't identify himself or herself. Switch him off. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Sibande. I think the number I identified it to the collective of Mangaung because I saw it was underneath Selo. If I'm correct, can you correct it, Mr. Selo? That number, you can use one gadget if in one place. In that order, honorable members.
Hi, Chair. Oh. I thought I was next.
Well, it's you, Honorable Song.
Yes. But you can go. It's fine.
No, Honorable Nhlongo, you are on the floor.
Okay.
Honorable you are not chairing. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you so much, Chair, and good morning to you, and good morning to the Mayor. Thank you so much for the presentation. My concern is the presentation was not detailed enough.
But my concerns is when it comes to programs, the Mangaung Mayor did state that there are no structured programs. I'd like to know what's the plan and what's the measures in place. And with regards to security and community, I'd like to know what's the plan with regards to that, because we can't be repairing and getting repairing and getting vandalized. So I'd like to know, is there any communication with the community leaders? Because these are community projects. This is public money, which means that we need to involve them one way or another. So are there any communications? Because it is pointless for us to repair only to get vandalized 12 months down the line. Yeah, that's all. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Greetings to you. Greetings to honorable members.
You can proceed, Honorable Machobeli.
Okay. Greetings to honorable members and greetings to DM and honorable mayors. Let me first appreciate both the reports, Buffalo City and Mangaung. My honorable members covers me. My concern, the chair under Buffalo City, as Honorable Du Plessis alluded on, it was the termination of a contract. What was the reason for a termination of that contract? And what about the money that was spent? It was a revert back since the tender was being given to a new contractor. I just need clarity on that. And also under Mangaung Chair, we can't allow this thing of vandalism because we are spending a lot of money in renovating the facilities that have been vandalized. Why don't we safeguard those facilities by hiring security? Because it shows there is no monitoring. That's all, Honorable Chair, because honorable members covers me and others. Thank you very much.
In that order, honorable members. Honorable Finis and then Honorable Kennedy.
Thank you, Honorable Chair.
You can proceed, Honorable Kennedy, even if you do not have a camera, if it's affecting your audio.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Thanks for the presentations. My concern, I will start with Buffalo City, the Mdanzani swimming pool. If we check here, the Mdanzani swimming pool was non-functional from 1980. And then it was promised that by the end of 2018, it will be functional. But those promises were not fulfilled. If we see from 1980 to 2018, it's a full 38 years of promises. And then we hear again here, it was presented that it's not functional and a new contractor is still to be appointed. So what is the new definite timeline for this contractor to be appointed? Because now is 2025, the timeline for the pool's completion, and what are the updated budget and cost breakdowns for this project? Because I understand that there were funds looted in here. Are there any plans to recover the funds that were allegedly looted or spent on non-essential services in this Tanzania swimming pool? So going to Mangaung about vandalism, it was emphasized by a lot of our members. So what steps and strategies have been put in place to safeguard these sports facilities after experiencing this ongoing vandalism? And then what is your plan of eradicating or this vandalism plan of to stop this vandalism? Then it's a waste of taxpayers' money if there's no this plan to carry this shows that there is no commitment to keep this sense of vandalism part of the department. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. From my side, I just want to thank the presenters for the presentations. First and foremost, I just want to indicate, Chair, that according to my experience of local government, that the municipalities' first priorities are providing our communities with basic services. But there is facilities under their care, and nowhere did I saw that there was the mention of partnerships with private sector. It is noted that the Mangaung Metropolitan Municipality presentation makes no reference to the private sector or other entities, except potentially the mention of Federation and Sport Club scheme. It is also noted that the Buffalo City Metro presentation make no mention of private sector or other entities to secure additional funding, Chair. So if they also can apply for additional funding or private partnerships in terms of maintaining the facilities under their care. And in terms of the USDG utilization, Chair, how is the USDG, which is a key funding mechanism for metropolitan infrastructure, been used to fund sport infrastructure projects? It is noted that the Mangaung Municipality Presentation Notes 2023-2024 USDG fund is 5 million, and it is noted that the Buffalo City Municipality Presentation notes that sport facilities have no allocation by the municipality under the USDG grant. So it would be appreciated if both metros could elaborate on how or if the USDG is to be used and or has been used to fund sport infrastructure projects in the respective metros. And then, Chair, in terms of the vandalism, I just want to get clarity in terms of the security plans for these municipalities, because according to me, there must be a security plan in place in terms of all their buildings as a municipality. So if they can incorporate this security measures in terms of the sport facilities. If they just can indicate to us as a committee if there is any such plans. So thank you very much. That is all from my side, Chairperson.
Thank you, Honorable Phyllis. Yes, Honorable Mukwele, it's you.
Okay, let me come in. Thanks very much, Chairperson, and greetings to you. Or maybe without wasting time, Chair, let me join my colleagues in welcoming the presentation from both the Buffalo City Metro and Mangaung Metro. But Chair, most of the issue that I wanted to ask, they've covered me, but I've got only one issue that I also want to get from both municipality, in particular with the functionality of their swimming pool, which according to the little experience I have, Chair, that what I notice with majority of municipalities, the issue of capacity to run such facilities, because most of them it is not only applicable in these two metro. Majority of municipalities, when we have such facilities, in particular the swimming pools, the municipality, they are unable to maintain and even running them. But I also heard about the issue that it was Mangaung, where they indicated that there was a service provider that was appointed to maintain and run that the facility, but apparently that service provider, now the municipality, they intended to do the work that was supposed to do by service provider. I just wanted to check them that in terms of their leasing agreement with the service provider, because I should think, like as I've indicated earlier, Chair, to say the only way to go is for the municipality to make sure that they partner with the private sector, because on their own, remember, as Honorable Finis indicated, to say that the main mandate of the municipality is to render services like water and electricity. And then we all know that the funding model of our municipality in the country, majority of the municipalities cannot afford certain things while they are still having this problem of non-payment of services by the resident within their municipality. They don't have enough financial compromise. So therefore, I should think that maybe they need to, if they can just clarify us as and when they come into service level agreement, when they do lease agreement, what is it that they enclose in there, so that I know the private sector, they will always see whether they can make profit out of those facilities. But our interest is that our community will get services from those facilities, and then those facilities, they are going to be sustainable in terms of maintenance. In fact, Chair, that is the only question that I want to raise from both the municipality. Other than that, thanks very much for the presentation. But we also wish that this type of facilities, as the country, we need to make sure that we develop, because especially those that are at the rural area, this type of sporting courts, we also need them so that they can make sure that the sports as a culture that brings those cultural diversity together, it also applicable at the rural area. And thanks very much, Chair, for affording me the opportunity.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mukwele, and honorable members for questions of clarity and further engagements on presentations. But the process that we will follow now is we will make further engagements in the form of questions to both, because as members highlighted that they need expatiated responses. So what we usually do, we get those in the form of writing, but we will further send questions where there are issues of clarities. I think on that one is not the question of debate. The second part that we are going to do immediately once we receive those responses, this is the work that six administration have started. In fact, from previous administrations, where there are issues of that needs further interventions, we will go and do oversight. It's oversight that is going to tell us how these interventions must be made to assist in the service delivery that is struggling on this on both municipalities, but we will see which one we start with. And then once we do that, at least some of these questions will have been addressed, even if not to the satisfactory. I will allow PCM. I don't know whether DM you will come later or you want to come now. I do not want to hamstring you. Are you still fine, DM? Is the DM still with us? Okay. If the DM is not responding,
no, I'm here.
Allow? Yes, I wanted to check if you want to come later once the responses are made, or you wanted to come now.
Yes, maybe just to lay the foundation for the municipalities to can agree with what I have observed. I appreciate that there's a general concern about security when building facilities. I can tell you now, across the country, even internationally, it is not possible for municipalities to provide that type of facility. It's difficult. And also, this private security business, it's a scam because they know that when we build, it means they must come in and provide that service that is not even needed, because when we build for communities. These facilities belongs to communities. Therefore, they must be safeguarded by communities.
Sorry, so, is it possible to show your face so that we know our DM? We not all of us know you, especially the municipalities, if possible.
Yeah, it is possible. Just let me go over here. It's possible, Chairperson. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you, dear.
Yes. No, I was saying even internationally, it is a practice that facilities, when they are built, then they should be handed over to federations, to local people to look after them. It is the model that we are also trying to implement as national, so that we cut costs, especially for municipalities. Municipalities are in serious financial challenges, things that we all know about. I don't want to go there. So I want us, in that spirit, Chair, to say that we need to encourage the municipality to make sure that over facilities to communities and to federations. Of course, they can play the oversight role and monitoring and evaluation. Another observation is that, maybe in your next meeting, when we are invited as national, we should also do our presentation in terms of facilities that we have built for municipalities, and also be able to present the state of those facilities and the support also that we are providing, because we cannot just build and hand over to municipalities and not monitor and evaluate and check the progress. So my biggest issue was around that, Chairperson, and also that there should be in presentations as well. I could not get clear as to, you know, in terms of national, what is it that we have assisted both municipalities with, or there was only one municipality where the executive mayor said we have built a swimming pool. But in terms of combi courts, upgrading of soccer fields and other sporting codes as well, because now the issue it's the members of the committee were just focusing on swimming. What about cricket? What about rugby? What about hockey? And of course, even indigenous games, you know, we take that for granted. So, Chair, I'm saying that as three spheres of government, we have a responsibility to make sure that we activate our sports at grassroots, and it can only be through local government where this is possible, where this is doable, because our facilities, when they are built, we then hand them over to local government. But with the challenges that they have, it is not possible for them to then can provide security. Let's work out a model that will then say we build, after building, then we hand over to communities, and communities, they look after their facilities. I will pause there unless if there's a specific question that the chair would want me to respond to. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, DM. Indeed, your presentation assisted also in terms of empowering the cities that we are dealing with. Remember, our approach and then the process now, we are directly on the municipalities DM, where exactly what we are raising, we are following it, DM. As national government, you sponsor and you build facilities, but the facilities are not floating on the air, they are on the municipality. We wonder what we are trying to do, we are following the money that you invested. Security plans, how the facilities are being maintained, how the facilities are being repaired, any other matter that have to do with keeping the life of that facility to continue. And with those facilities that had been neglected, what becomes intervention from the side of the municipality? Because these facilities are built, as you are correctly saying, by national government and handed them over to be managed by the municipalities. There are no contradiction. In fact, that's what the cooperative government stands for. But we discovered that there are a lot of issues that are taking place after this facility have been built, you know, and if there are no cooperation, then what becomes a strategy to overturn the situation? So that's what we want to see. Before I allow the two presentations, I just said I must allow you also to, the responses, before the responses, I must also allow you, TM, to have a bite. We appreciate that. I will start with PCM. PCM, we will further send you further questions. It is not a once-off engagement up until we are satisfied in terms of what is on the ground. Don't feel as we are being policed. Don't feel, but we are here to ensure that we assist you up until you reach a maximum, satisfaction also from your own side with regard to what you expected. But the information, if you're not giving us, we're not going to be able to do that,
Hence, we will further engage with your good selves. So the platform is yours, but within 7 days, we'll expect you to give further responses to the question that we'll be sending you, and also to the questions that I know some of the questions you're not to be able to viva voce respond to them now. Thank you very much. The floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chairperson. I appreciate your remarks and the questions that have been raised by honorable members. Indeed, Chairperson, oversight is important, especially for us at the local government level. We make sure that we provide the basic services to our people. In terms of the questions that were asked, Chair, I will respond to some and then I'll give a city manager to respond to some. In terms of the questions of facilities, yes, the presentation indicates that there are 44 which are functional. There are 74 formal facilities. Those are the ones that we receive levy. And all of these 74 do have security and do have staff. All these facilities. And then the 59, it's informal. It's where we don't get any tariff. It just consists of basic infrastructure. So if you take 74 and 59, it gives you 133 facilities. On the question that was raised by the honorable member. Honorable member, on the question that you have raised with regards to Victoria Park, Buffalo City handed it over to BCMDA, which is an agency of Buffalo City, and that sports field was given, or investors are going to build a mall in that facility. There's been a dispute, of course, from sports veteran in that area, where they requested us to do proper consultation, public consultation, which we did as a city. Again, they are not happy. So the reason that the city cannot yet invest in that property, which is Victoria Mqenge, it is because of that dispute between Buffalo City and the sports veteran. But the investor was given a go-ahead by council to invest that community mall. So what we are pushing again is to have this public consultation where we appoint an external person that we will do that service themselves to see if people of King Williamstown want a sports facility or a mall, the Victoria grounds. And then, Chairperson, in terms of the contract, I would give to city manager to respond on these issues. The Mdantsane swimming pool, honorable members, if we remember, Scopa was here, we dealt with the Mdantsane issue intensively. So this matter currently, if a municipality or institution has a legal contract between parties, that contract must be terminated. Of course, there must be consultation between the two parties, which we are currently doing. If it was for us, we would have built them more long time ago, because the city has set aside, because an assessment was done, a specification to appoint new consultant has been finalized from our side, a budget of 19 million that would make sure that the swimming pool that project is going to be completed by the city. But because of legal issues that revolve the Mdantsane swimming pool, we do not find to do the same mistake that the previous administration did. So we want to issue things the proper way. But we've set aside budget, we've said plans must be put there so that as a city, when we do that swimming pool, we do it in a correct manner. We don't do it rush because we're under pressure. And again, when we find ourselves in the middle of the project, we can't finish the job. So I'm very careful when it comes to these things as we move forward. The Cambridge sports facility, bowling club, it's functional. I'm sitting with the MMC here, it is functional. And then the one for Absa Stadium is also functional. The ones that we have a problem with, Honorable Chair, is the Buffalo City, Buffalo Flats one. It is a problem. Currently, the city is hosting kids or an NPO that is dealing with people that are using drugs. So they are trying to do a rehab there. So we're looking into that proposal if we can't donate that facility into rehab center. It's still a proposal on the table, but these are the issues that we're faced with. So currently, in terms of, yes, the only challenge that we have, Chair, is maintaining of this facility. Vandalism, not that much because we have security in those that are functioning. But when it comes to these ones that are informal in rural areas, community members, there are forums there in the community that are looking after, and sports forums. Chair, Buffalo City, in terms of private sector, that because it was not mentioned in the presentation, but when we have activities in the city, we partner with Border Kite Chamber in Buffalo City, especially when we have the water polo in the city. We partner with them. One of our main sponsors is Mercedes-Benz, and other car dealers that are around the city, they also assist us. It depends on which activities we have. Each and every year we have MTI games in the city, and those MTI games are funded by different people. But of course, our facilities, they don't support in upgrading the facilities. Of course, they assist the city in those activities that are happening at that time. Currently, the minister also has given us a sport arena in Buffalo City. The Minister of Sport, the netball arena that will be built in this city. So Mercedes-Benz sponsor us. It depends on that activity that we want. But I must say that the private sector do come along and support our activities as the city. Yes, Chair, I will give over to City Manager just to add on the issues of procurement and ending of contracts by service providers. Thanks, Chair.
Siyabonga, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, again. And greetings to all honorable members. Chair, on the recovery as a consequence of underperformance by both consultants and contractors on these specific projects, the municipality commissioned a forensic investigation on the NU2 swimming pool. That report was tabled to council. The report was finalized, tabled to council, and council referred the report, one part to the disciplinary board. The disciplinary board has since said we are anticipating a report in the future council meeting as to what are the outcome of the investigation by the disciplinary board with respect to whether there is misconduct on the part of employees and whether there are any costs that could be recovered. And on the part of the contractor that was involved, legal services was directed by council to appoint a legal company to pursue recovery for the contractor on the NU2 swimming pool. We understand that this swimming pool is long coming, but we can assure the committee now that the municipality has taken steps to ensure that the processes are underway to ensure recovery as well as consequence management where it is found in terms of the disciplinary board. Just to add on what the executive mayor has already indicated on what could be seen as contradiction in the report, which is not actually contradiction. Executive mayor is correct. The account we're giving is 74 facilities that are formal. All those formal facilities has got security. They are managed by the municipality, so they are all functional. The 59 are informal, and in this instance, those are the type of facilities for which we assist communities by ensuring that we put the basic, like poles, putting the grass on the fields, but in partnership with communities, we leave those to be managed by communities. Whether young people are trained to use these facilities like swimming pools, yes, we do have partnership, and I'm sure on supplementary information, we can submit that. We've got partnership with NGOs, for instance, the Buffalo City Aquatic, and the Land to Swim partnership. We've got also the partnership with Wave Africa for learning kids to swim on beaches. So there are indeed a program by the municipality to ensure the utilization of these facilities. The application for additional funding, yes, we do consider that. Through Lotto funding, for instance, and there are also some of our facilities that are funded by Mercedes-Benz South Africa. On the security plan, the decisions that we have made, as indicated, all these 74 facilities has got security. They've not been reported for vandalism, except for the one that the executive mayor has referred to. But part of our plan going forward is that if there are facilities that are new, to be motivated through IDP and budgeting by the municipality. One of the requirements we make to department is that on their specification, they must provide on the specification the provision for security for all infrastructure. By provision of security, we mean physical security, in terms of physical infrastructure security, but also the use of technology to ensure that we guard against the abuse of our facilities as we build them. I think I have covered what the executive mayor has asked me to cover. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. I will give over to yourself, Chair, and we appreciate this opportunity to come before the Portfolio Committee, Honorable Chairperson and Honorable Members, which will come and account at any given point. Chair, thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor of the Buffalo City. As we highlighted as a select committee that we will further make some, where we are not satisfied in terms of the breakdown, further expansion of the responses, and we will request that to at least within 7 days those responses. But our administration will be liaising with your good self in ensuring that this becomes a reality before we can come to do a physical oversight, because I believe that it is necessary. What you are identifying as a select committee is that the challenges, infrastructural challenges, specifically on this in this instance on sport, it becomes a generic issue that is affecting our cities, which therefore needs proper responses to that. As the DM as a deputy minister have highlighted that they also need to be part of this journey. So we will do so. We'll make further communications. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor. Can Honorable Mayor from Mangaung take the floor with your collective? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chairperson. Let me once again rise on the protocol established, and Chairperson immediately saying there was a question that spoke to Section 139, subsection 7A and C. And that question was saying, how do we then find ourselves in that situation not to be doing what is expected of us? I think what the honorable members must know is that when a Section 139 has been declared, what follows should be Section 154, which in itself speaks to now making intervention in many respects, and not limited to, but also finances. That hasn't come our way. And what it should also be noted that a Section 39 is declared when there are challenges on the ground, fundamentally when the center is no longer holding. And what we are tabling before the committee is that for all what is presented, it is as a result that led to Section 139. The officials, together with myself that are addressing you today, they are not older than 2 years in the municipality trying to turn things around inside the prescript and the principles of Section 139. So I need the committee to understand that it is on the basis of Section 139 that some of the impediment or crisis or challenges that you see with regard to our sport facilities is there. And our challenges are not limited to sports facilities. In the greater sense of it, the challenges that Mangaung was going through was with regard to sewer spillages, limited and loss of water in terms of old infrastructure and leakages, which we have since addressed those critical aspects, and we are no longer in a space to talk about those things. And those are basic service delivery when you have got limited resources to say, let's see what we can utilize our money at and for. Believe me, Chairperson, the issue of sporting and cultural activities for us as Mangaung are a critical aspect for our survival because they become inclusive to the processes of collection, because we entirely depend on collected resource for our own existence, and we do not have enormous industrial investment in the metro that can sustain us as compared to other metros. So that becomes critical. That being the case, we need to also be very wary as to, even if we may want to address some of these facilities, at a state where the metro is, where do we start? And how do we utilize our money, limited as it may be? We are doing our best. We found the collection rate at 45%. We are now at 75%. We were in the 75%.
Recording stopped.
Trying to reach at least 85 to 90%. That, Chairperson, speaks to, if we had to take care of these facilities now, we had to have our own strong security as opposed to outsourced security companies that in their own nature are not up to standard in terms of ensuring the safety of the municipal properties. We don't have a metro police. For us to have a metro police, we must reinforce our collection rate, but also with the intervention of Section 154, which is not coming our way. So we are lagging behind with regard to the issue of metro police and therefore elements of security. We are doing our best, limited, of course, as the resources may dictate on us. There is an aspect, Chairperson, that has to do with now of the 45 facilities that you have. You will see that 17 are managed by municipality. The balance is actually either in private hands or in sport clubs. Now, that too, Chairperson, the portfolio committee must understand that sport clubs as well as private sector that comes into our space must honestly understand that we are on the rail train of transformation. So we cannot find ourselves allowing our facilities to be run privately either or by associations that they in themselves are not transformed. We are, and we went through an economic summit in a way to also unbundle some of these facilities, and we've invited expression of interest. But we must indicate that in that process of expression of interest, we are also going to coerce that the running of those facilities, as well as the clubs and the participation and the utilization of those facilities, must embrace the national question by and large. As we are transforming, as we are making sure that we take care of these facilities, but policies also must not be left outside. Now, that takes me to the rugby stadium that was made a bone of contention. Chairperson, we've engaged with the union. They've had a contract with the municipality, which came to an end in 2021. But in itself, it has got an extension clauses. But over and above the contract, we came to realize that there were other decisions that were entered into that speaks to some of the legalities that if we would just go blindfolded into them, we are going to traverse into a UIFW, either or undermine the regulations that are in place, and that's tantamount to either prison or also abusing the resources of the municipality. So as we are turning around the metro, we are not just going to do it blindfolded and get into undermining certain arrangements that were in place. Now, the rugby union, in the contract that they had with the municipality, which has got suspensive clauses, dictated that if any party default, then the contract becomes null and void. As we speak, the rugby union is asking us to write off some of the payment that they did not do in the past. And that in itself speaks to a breaking of the clauses of an agreement in the contract. However, we are not there, we are not fighting with them. All what we are saying is that we need to work towards ensuring that that stadium becomes what it should be, so that as we intervene, we should know how are we going to maintain the stadium with them going forward, and what contribution also are they going to make, so that come the time when the stadium should be maintained, there shouldn't be issues of write-offs, because that precinct in itself is an income-generating precinct. It can take care of itself. That it should arrive at a point where we must now write off some of the outstanding amount. It doesn't augur well, because that speaks to the resources, the public resources and the municipal coffers that we are entitled to make sure that they are not abused. Now, impression must not be given that we are not engaging them. We actually even have a meeting with them in the course of this week to finalize on some of the things that we should finalize to ensure that we bring that stadium to a standard where it must literally attract the category A and B, not C, in terms of the matches that must be played in our city. Like I said, those matches are the ones that attract tourism in our city, and we really piggyback on such movements. And therefore, to bring our facilities to a standard where events of that nature should be held in our metro in particular are critical to us. So there's no any notion that would suggest we are not chairperson alive to the challenges that we are facing. Now, I want to also then say, chairperson, in the spirit of what the portfolio committee is saying to us, we will definitely, as we have engaged with the finance department, ensure that consequence management on those decisions that were taken before, which even if they were taken before, they impact on us. We are the bearer of those decisions now. We must brought companies and people to book in terms of accounting to the resources that might have been apportioned to individuals in order to work on those studies. Fortunately, as we speak now, we do not have people that have been appointed by us, as we do not have the necessary resources to do so. So in conclusion, Chairperson, I would like to say, yes, sporting activity as well as cultural activities are a fundamental direct contributor to our economy as the metro. But please let the portfolio committee understand that before people could dance, play, or even sing, they must live in a conducive environment, and their basic needs must be attended to. So with the bigger resources that we have now, we are attending to those things. We are also going to look at other modalities of intervention. Necessarily, we would love to in-source our activities, but given the circumstances that we do not have those resources, we will reach out to private sector to intervene, and we will also reach out to sport clubs to ensure that they also come in handy, but we will also make sure that sports, with the meager resources that we have, does not get frustrated. Although we may not superlatively make a declaration that will move out of this meeting and go running to look at how we can best turn our facilities around. Our challenges are more than that. We are therefore asking the portfolio committee to also help us invoke those departments that must come through Section 54, but equally so, the Treasury, as well as the Department of COGTA, National, came together to ensure that we recover the money outstanding from different departments at the level of the province and national. And our amount range just above 2 billion rand. If the portfolio committee could also help and force those departments to pay what they owe to municipalities, we will be able to then can jump into addressing some of these facilities that are of a critical nature to us. And that monies are still outstanding. They are there, Chairperson. And I know that I have got no power to instruct you. I'm merely making a broad request to say, in your interaction at various levels, as and when the opportunity arises, they need to be reminded that we are indeed awaiting that money. It will make a serious impact in terms of turning around the situation in our surroundings. Chairperson, there was a question asked about the title commissar there. I would not want to entertain it at this level. Safe to say, I end it, and I can take a side a discussion on it. I don't think I know that Mia's addresses your worship or honorable, but that question was asked. I really would say whoever would like to engage me on it for more knowledge, I can do so on a separate platform. I want to thank you, Chairperson. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Mayor. Is there any addition in terms of the responses, or are you done as a Mangau?
Chairperson, we have a Medloga meeting that we snapped for this one with respect. I would have loved to say if there's anything outstanding, maybe the city manager or any other team could do so. But I honestly gave an honest indictment on the situation of Mangaung, and I do not see any telling technical aspect that we need to attend to. Like I said, currently we do not have any company or contractor or anyone that could we say we are. But those that we have inherited, we are in the process of ensuring that the accountability is taken care of. So Chairperson, I think we should close it at that. Thank you.
Honorable Mayor, as I highlighted that the process that they were embarking on is to exactly try to assist these two municipalities to overcome some of the challenges that they are overwhelmed with. Hence, the specific question to specific facilities. We will be doing an oversight. This is an introductory process that we are starting with, and it is going to take another form if it is not meeting our expectation. I see that there is a hand of Honorable Breed. I don't know whether it's a legacy hand, Honorable Kennedy, because before, as I've said, we will need to have further expansion on the responses because they are not satisfactory, as have highlighted by the members. Can I allow you, Honorable Breed? I don't know, Honorable Kennedy. Is this a legacy hand, Honorable Kennedy? Can you respond? Okay, you can proceed, Honorable Breed. I will take it as a legacy hand.
Thank you, Honourable Chairperson. Yes, I saw Honourable Kennedy's hand was there for the remainder of the presentation, so I think it might be a legacy hand. No, thank you, Chairperson. I think you have said what I wanted to say now in your remarks, that they are not necessarily fulfilled. I did see in the chat, I specifically requested a detailed report on the status of facilities, and the mayor did not speak to that. So I want to find out whether, when you said within 7 days, the Buffalo City municipality can do those detailed reports, whether that includes Mangaung Metro, because I do feel that that be needed to get that detailed report on that status, and all of the recommendations that I also stated, that they said there will be a maintenance budget, there will be this, there will be that. We did not get clear answers to that. So if I have to submit in writing, then I will do so, Chairperson. But I do feel that there is more that needs to be answered, and that they need to submit to us. But I think it needs to be detailed and in a report. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Briet. Both municipalities, they will have to provide us with a expatiated, detailed report, responses. Remember, the responses now, all from first speaker to the last speaker was saying is not enough. Hence, there was no objection. We're expecting that to be taking place within 7 days. Remember, we're still going to go there for oversight, as we are going to also to adopt the oversight report that we have done. Remember, there were oversights that we went to. So the report was given to us just to further engage them. It is a similar process that will be following. Once we are satisfied, then the report can be adopted as the report of the committee. Then it is going to be taken further to be engaged to the executive. So it is the process that we're embarking on, but we cannot adopt it up until we are satisfied, as it is the current situation now. So further questions, return for questions. But if there is no other member that wants to engage in both reports, then we will follow this process now that we have highlighted. If we agree, honorable members, can we agree that we accept the responses and from both these two cities, ne? Then if in that case, can we adopt now? Thank you very much, Mangaung, because I forgot. Are you still with us, Honorable Mayor of Mangaung?
Certainly, Chairperson, I'm still with you.
Yes, yes. I also want to on behalf of the Select Committee, thank you with your collective understanding the challenges that you have highlighted. Hopefully, you will preside over those challenges. The leadership that you are with, it does have that in mandate, and also that those necessary authority to unravel and resolve service delivery issues that we are confronted with. By those few words, our administrators and officials will further engage in terms of their responses and in terms of further getting the detailed information as we highlighted. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor.
Thank you very much, Chairperson, and thank you very much to the committee members. Thank you.
Yes. You are also released as we've done also with is the BCM still with us, or is the BCM also?
Yes, Chair.
Oh, you are still with us, Honorable Mayor. No. We also appreciate that you didn't. We are not under any haste when you were making your presentation. You even waited. It shows that we will. It's a good start. We'll further engage. You are also released, Honorable Member. Honorable Mayor, understanding also that you are having a lot of work that you are supposed to be embarking on in your municipality. Thank you very much. we will further engage at the level of the of administration to ensure that when we are meeting again, at least some of the issues that we highlighted as challenges are minimized, and the national government and the office of the minister is also in your assistant as the deputy mayor. I mean, deputy minister have committed also. Thank you very much, Honorable Mayor. You are also with your collective. You are also released. Thank you very much, Deputy Mayor. I mean,
thank you so much.
Yes, yes. Deputy Minister, you are also released because we are going to just to deal with our agenda as highlighted as the committee. We also thank you, Deputy Minister. However, Deputy Minister, we will plead with you to raise with the Minister that the promises that he have made in Eastern Cape, both in Tanzania, I know that he made promises there. We will follow them up in the form of writing in Kabeja, both Konobuhle and also in Zwide. People of those communities are still waiting for his promises. We can just highlight it that our administrators will also engage to ensure that those promises becomes reality. Thank you very much, Deputy Minister. Can we adopt now our oversight, because the presentation was made in our last meeting, and we were allowed an opportunity, Honorable Mr. Mtombeni, as it has been highlighted that on our screen. Can honorable members do so if there are any other issues that they want to amend, and then we can adopt it today so that it becomes our report. Thank you very much. Is there anything that you want to say, Mr. Mtombeni? Honorable Mukwele? Yes.
Good afternoon. Yes, good afternoon, honorable members. Good afternoon, honorable chair and colleagues. This is the report, as I've indicated a week ago, that we put before the members. And one thing I can still guarantee on the report is that it does have recommendations for each and every site that we visited. And it also has timelines of when the responses must be sent to the committee. And then maybe also to add, instead of maybe doing an annual follow-up on the acting of those recommendations, I would suggest that maybe honorable members support that we do a quarterly follow-up. So every quarter for the next financial year, the Department of Education in the Eastern Cape will need to come and actually report on the progress after they were given these recommendations, because as soon as members adopt this report, it will be sent to the Provincial Department of Education, as well as the National Department of Education, as well as the Nelson Mandela Bay Metropolitan Municipality and the Department of Sports, Arts and Culture to act on the recommendations as they will be provided in this report. So I think, Chairperson, I will stop there. Maybe if I can give an example of the overall short-term and long-term recommendations, you will see that in page 19 of the report, overall recommendations, for example, is that you'll see that the Eastern Cape is to spend the entire 1.9 billion of the allocated school infrastructure projects budget. And as a sign of commitment to addressing the infrastructure backlog, that's just one of the examples. And the breakdown report of the infrastructure expenditure of the 1.9 billion spent in 2025-2026 is to be reported to the Select Committee by no later than 30 August 2026. So you will see that as members probably have went through the report, these are some of the recommendations that we are giving, and it's just an example that I'm stating. So that members can see that these reports actually do have timelines, and also they do have dates, which are deadlines for the department to report back. So I can stop there, Chairperson, unless members want me to go through the entire report, but the report is very huge. This is why we actually gave it to members more than 2 weeks ago, if not 3 weeks ago, so that members could individually go through the report and give us feedback if there's any challenges or issues or something that I may have missed in compiling this report. Thank you very much, Chairperson.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mtombeni. It has been 2 weeks, you are correct. It has been with members. Can the members adopt the report as highlighted and it has been sent to us? Honorable Sebande and Honorable Mukwele.
Chairperson, I move to adopt the report.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sebande. Honorable Mukwele.
No, thanks very much, Chair. I also rise to support Honorable Sibanda that we accept the report. It is long overdue. Thanks very much.
Yes, thank you very much. However, honorable members, as we're adopting the report, I must report that there are issues that we are still following up, specifically to the department, issues that we took the decision that they have not yet responded unto. The question of the trench fund of Bodiam School, I think Bodiam Primary School. The other one is the one of connectivity. I think it's highlighted also on the report where those are the issues that we said they do not need even to wait. It's just those are operational and they don't need even a long process, but we will report if they are not, and we know what will be the response. The process to be followed if we are not getting the necessary answers, because we were not there on oversight just as a visit, but we were there to continue with our mandate as mandated by the Constitution. We're executing that mandate. So in execution of our mandate, if we see any hampering of that mandate, then we know what the Constitution is saying. So we will report back, fully return a report to the committee. Thank you very much. Can we go to the minutes? Thank you, Mr. Mtombi. I think we're done with the report and recommendation as highlighted. We won't even go to read them. Can we adopt now the minutes? I think we have 2 sets of minutes that we need to adopt. Mr. Kula, can you lead us on those ones?
Yes, Chair, we have 2 sets of minutes, which I circulated to the members last week, Friday. I've just shown them on the screen now, Chair.
Yes. The date of the minutes, the first set of minutes is the 28th of October. Can members who are part of the meeting at Honorable Finis?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, I move for the adoption of the minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sibande and Honorable Machobe.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I second Honorable Finis.
Thank you very much, Honorable Machobe and Honorable Sibande.
Covered. Seconded.
We are thirding them. Thank you very much. The last batch, Mr. Gula. The 4th of November, honorable members. Mr. Honorable Sibande.
I move to adopt the minutes.
Thank you very much, Honorable Sibande. Honorable Finis.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. I second.
Thank you very much, honorable members. I think, honorable members, now we're arriving at the conclusion of our meeting. Let me once again thank everyone who have participated in our meeting, our support staff, the officials, the two municipalities, that were part of us, and the support team that they were with, and the office of the deputy minister, and the team that is supporting the office of the deputy minister, and the minister in absentia. Thank you very much for you for all of you from the select committee. Our meeting now is adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chair.
Honorable Adrianse.
Thank you, Chair.
Very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Adrianse. Keep it well. We still need you running fresh. Please take time to rest. Thank you very much.
Mevrouw Adrianse, kom terug alsjeblieft. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much.